Hello YouTube. So here I am on the island of Mull this time, and today's video is mainly about my first night in the Hilleberg Niak, because I want to get that up on YouTube. More about that in a minute. I was going to take my guitar and try and do a bit of a combined thing, maybe play guitar by the campfire. It didn't happen. I ran out of time to pack it all. So just for the hell of it, here's a bit of guitar for 5 seconds. Check this out, right? I'm excited. So many times you're out trying to do a wild camp and you're looking for the perfect spot, and then you think you find the perfect spot but it's got the wind, or it's wet, soaking marsh, or you find a spot that's sheltered but it's got rocks everywhere and you can't pit. Well, check this out. I'm on the island of Mull, there's nobody around, it's empty in Scotland, never mind Mull. So I'm walking up this trail. I'm really quite high up now, I'm looking for a place to camp. I look to the left and I'm getting excited, and I'm thinking, wow, look at that, how good is this for a camp spot? I'm going to camp right on that lovely flat grass beside the camp table, the picnic table. Check that out for a view. By the way, I'm looking out to the west, so I'm hoping for a nice sunset tonight. Oh, how good is that? Welcome home, Paul. Right, one of the main reasons for this YouTube video is to get the Hilleberg Niak up on YouTube. This will be my first official night in the Niak. I've been drooling about Hilleberg tents for about 6 months. If you're into camping and you know about tents, Hilleberg divides opinion. Most people think they're awesome and they're worth the money, and they're considerable money, and other people just think they're overpriced. So this is, I can't afford a BMW and I can't afford an Audi. So this is my Audi. This is me having something nice in my life, because kind of a reward, because I do camping all the time. I thought, well, I'll buy myself the Audi of tents or whatever. So without further ado, let's have a look at the Niak, and then I'll tell you what I honestly think about it so far. Here we go. So there it is. It's a generous one-man tent, very generous one-man tent, or you can use it as a two, but it's a bit tight, husband and wife kind of thing. So it looks great. The material feels like silk. It's very nice to touch and hold. Before I get too pervy on it, the one door, one vestibule, as I walk around the other side, trying not to trip up, you've got that guy out point at the back, which brings the back of the tent out, giving you at least 12 inches of ventilation up the back, and the wind whips up either side of the tent, continuing to give ventilation. Obviously it's a 3-season, a 4-season wouldn't do that. A 4-season goes all the way to the ground. And then as I go round the front, just about broke my neck there, the guy lines, there we have it. And you can see I've got my own ground sheet underneath the tent. Because it's a 3-season, the wind is whipping up, and it's kind of moving the ground sheet around a little bit. But once I'm lying on that tonight, that won't be a problem. You can buy, obviously, the Hilleberg ground sheet for the tent that costs like 70 quid. I'm not doing that. So yeah, so in a minute I will cut to a different part of my review and tell you what I honestly think about it so far. Right, so far, here's what I think about the tent. I'm kind of missing my Vaudi for ease of setup. I may be being silly. The Vaudi, you build the pole up like a skeleton over the tent, and then you have to lift the tent up and attach it to the poles via hooks. Ingenious design. Every time I did it, it filled me with a feeling of appreciation for that tent, how easy it was. This is the design where you put the poles through these. So, and you push the pole through, up, over it goes. But eventually it sort of snags at the far end, and if you keep pushing, I worry that you would poke a hole through this material. And you've got to make sure it goes right down and is seated right down into the bottom, which it never does the first time. And if you kept pushing and didn't realise, you'd maybe puncture this. So then you go around and you put it in, and that's great, and then you tighten it. But then when you put the second pole in, that problem is 2 or 3 times as bad as you push the pole up, and it seems to snag sort of at various places. And again, you can't push too hard or you would maybe rip this. Now I'm sure I'm just being a big chicken. I'm sure Hilleberg would say, relax man, it's reinforced, it's great, and you always would be gentle anyway. But that'll just get take some getting used to. Then the line runners. Am I doing this wrong? I think you just pull them. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'll get used to the line runners. I think the idea is that you just pull them down and that gives tension on the lines. But I kind of miss the old-fashioned way where you just have a fixed length and you just physically pull it and put the peg in the ground. Whereas here, you don't get tension initially, and you use the line runners to give you tension. But then when the wind starts to whip, not convinced the line runners are holding, because one of them got quite loose after some wind and I had to retension it. So these are the things I'm kind of working around at the moment. Other than that, I like the way it looks and I love the way it feels, and I've been watching it flexing in the wind when it was windy, and it's bending and twisting, but it doesn't look like it's going to fail. I would believe that this could withstand some serious weather. So yeah, that's what I think about it so far. The true review, of course, will be after many nights of use. Holy moment. How civilized is this? It's an incredible view. I'm going to turn you around in a minute so you can see it. It's great. Wind's whipped up, it's due to calm down again soon. Hilleberg's holding up pretty well. So now I'm going to turn you around so you can see what I'm seeing. That'll do, eh? There's nobody here. There's no litter, there's no sign of humans. Pretty windy! I said pretty windy! So, tent's holding up pretty well in the higher winds. Doing quite a bit of flexing, but I'm happy with that. As they say in nature, what does not bend will break. You can see I've piled some stones up. That's actually on this side there. That's just to stop the wind blowing my ground sheet, because the whole tent seems to want to fly away were it not for the pegs. So the wind whips up and moves my ground sheet. Now I'm starting to think maybe Hilleberg's idea of having a ground sheet that actually attaches to the bottom with loops would be the better choice, but it does cost about 70 odd quid. Just starting my wee fire now. I found myself a wee sheltered spot for my fire and making my dinner tonight. I've come away from the picnic site, the campsite, because it's so blinking windy. The tent's holding up fine, the ground sheet keeps on blowing. I might have to go and spend the money and get their ground sheet, I don't know. Anyway, let this fire take hold. Whoops, just burned my foot there. And Got a glass of red wine and some lovely food. I'll talk to you in a bit. How's that for camp food? Organic free-range eggs and organic broccoli. Oh yeah! Here I am in bed in my Hilleberg Niak and I can't stop stroking it. It's so nice to stroke. It feels so nice. It's like silk. Right, I've got a problem. I'm going to have to get into a clinic or something because I'm just stroking my tent. Good morning. Slept very well last night. Tent was good. No condensation whatsoever. Dry as a bone. Didn't expect condensation because there was so much breeze and wind last night coming up underneath the fly sheet and stuff. So that good ventilation. Yeah, really peaceful night's sleep. As always, that Thermarest Neo X Therm mattress thing is just a joy to use, so comfortable. And I woke up to some weird wildlife sounds that was like, I think it was like an owl, but wasn't. Weird. Yeah, absolutely great. So I'm going to have myself some porridge now and a coffee. Go back to bed, watch the last part of a film that I downloaded. Or I might just see if I can watch for sea eagles, because here we're in Mull and it's like the sea eagle capital of Scotland. So I might get lucky, don't know. Talk to you in a bit. Would you believe I've left my coffee in the car? So I've only got normal tea bags, mint or peppermint tea bags, a wee tub of Marvel, and a wee tub of nettle root powder, which is apparently very good for men of my age. It's not exactly coffee though, is it? So I'll have to wait till I get back to the car for that. Okay, you live and learn, eh? Nettle root. Just thought I would leave my tent where it is and come out for a morning walk. Lovely, not seen any eagles yet. Ah, there's the Calmac ferry, steaming out from the island of Mull, maybe out to the Western Isles. Happy days. Look at that, tadpoles and a puddle. Hey man, you alright? Unusual little cemetery, just in the middle of the hills really. I'm not in a village or anything like that. My wife always goes into cemeteries and looks at the headstones, so I'm going to do the same. So that's the end of my little adventure. Thanks very much for putting up with me throughout the clip. I had a great time. I really like Mull. Didn't see the sea eagle in the end. However, I like the Hilleberg Niak. It's going to be a great tent. I'm looking forward to using it. It'll take me a while to get used to. One of the lines has already got a fray in it because I think the line locks put a bit of stress on the line. So it's inevitable that's going to add a bit of wear and tear, and I can already see a bit where it would snap eventually. So that would be really disappointing on such an expensive tent. But anyway, let me get used to it and we'll see how we go as the months go on. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye for now.